You really like this look. You're enjoying this. I don't care. I don't care.
Why were you covering your face?
My face?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cold out.
Because it's kind of cold?
Yes, sir.
You got ID on you? Where are you coming from?
From facing circle and just taking a walk.
Just taking a walk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any, by chance, like any gloves, ski masks, anything like that on you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
It gets kind of cold out.
At this point, I'm going to read you something real quick, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because right now, you are detained. You are not free to leave.
All right, sir.
Okay.
No worries.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. And with those rights in mind, do you want to answer my questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will say, for all these watching, never talk to the police. I mean, they literally tell
Exactly. Don't talk to those guys. They're dangerous.
you just before, anything you say can and will be used against you in court. And then you go on to say what you're about to do. I just, for the life of me, I don't understand.
You mind showing me everything else that's in your pockets?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I got this here. Yeah. I got this
Okay.
here. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and put your hands on your back, okay?
Okay, sir.
You got a ski mask and you got glasses.
It's Florida.
It's not that cold.
It's Florida.
So let me ask you this. You have lockpicks, you have a ski mask, you have gloves. You want to be honest with me with what you're doing out here?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I was going to my ex house, sir.
Ex's house?
Yeah.
To do what?
It's just a watcher, sir.
Just to watch her?
Just a watcher.
Or
Crazy.
break in, sir.
Break in? What were you going to break in to do?
I don't know, sir.
Is this an like ex-girlfriend that you don't get along with?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What were you going to do with the knife? I mean, just be honest with me, man, because I mean, at this point, you're caught. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
the more honest you are, the more you can do to benefit yourself. Okay. You did intend to go there and like watch her, so
Yes.
you wanted to break in.
This is so wild. What is this video?
And just like watch her while she was sleeping.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
No, sir. I don't break in. I just watch it from the window, sir.
You just watch her from the outside.
Did you hear that? He says, I don't break in, I just watch her from the outside. What does that tell you?
That he's a weirdo. Bro.
Stalker vibes.
It tells me that it's not his first time.
You just watch her from the outside. Well, then why'd have the burglary tools though, like the pickpocket stuff?
Locked to the fence to the right.
Okay, so that
Completely unlocked.
the fence is unlocked, or you
Yes.
were going to unlock it?
It was unlocked the whole time.
You were already there tonight?
No, a couple months ago.
Back it up. Just need to back it up, miss.
Pause.
You, the blue hair saying pause. Real good.
It was unlocked.
The fence is unlocked, or you
Yes.
were going to unlock
It
it?
was unlocked the whole time.
You were already there tonight?
No, a couple months ago.
A couple months ago.
No, that's not true. It's a couple of days ago.
Did you hear that hesitation? He went, were you there tonight? He said, no, a couple months ago.
That's not true.
Do you think that this could ever escalate
Yes.
into... Well, let me finish the question, okay? Do you think that this could escalate ever to the point where it becomes physically violent against her? You do? Okay.
I'm afraid.
What's that?
I'm afraid.
You're afraid?
You're afraid that when you break into her home to watch her while she sleeps, you're afraid it might get physical?
About time you took that wig off, bruh.
You took the wig off. Oh, you're back with the wig. All right.
I can get...
Holy heavens, man. Holy heavens.
I have both energies in me.
Oh,
I'm kind. I'm compassionate. But nigga, don't try me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I took my dad's truck.
Okay, so where's his truck at?
I don't know.
So you did drive it
Yes,
tonight?
I did.
Okay.
It has a sledgehammer.
It has a sledgehammer in
Yes.
it? What were you going to do with the sledgehammer?
Probably gonna use it
On a person?
on a front door, maybe.
okay.
He said I was probably
Okay.
going to use it on a front door.
Okay. Listen.
Okay.
Sir?
This is where it doesn't make sense to me. Because you said earlier that you were only going to use a knife if her father wakes up and confronts you.
What would you have tried to do with the knife?
I'll use it for self-defense if her father came out.
You don't think that you using a goddamn sledgehammer on a door would wake up anybody?
That's a good point.
You were not going in there slick. You were going there with a sledgehammer.
Man, why do police even have to ask these dumb questions when they know what the heck is going on?
Of course, 1,000% he would have confronted you for breaking the freaking door, the bashing the door in. Something is not right. You are cooperating, but you're not telling the whole thing. Okay? Trying to play me like a fiddle.
Would you
What?
cooperate?
Not if I did anything wrong. But if I did something wrong, I would.
You would cooperate?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it could turn against you in court.
So you mean you wouldn't?
If I did something wrong, I would. Because at least you cooperate. If you cooperate, it actually can help you more than if you don't cooperate and then you find out what happened.
But if you did something, that means you want to go to jail?
No, but I can cooperate.
Give me an example. Let's say you broke into somebody's house.
Okay.
And they stop you. You're cooperating?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, you're talking about like maybe like a traffic infraction.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh my God.
What?
I thought if you did something really wrong that you would just tell the officer everything. And I'm like, I don't want to
Maybe
see
I want to go to jail.
I don't want to see another black man in jail.
You're so fucking annoying, man.
Ain't much talking in this video. Just watching. Enjoying.
So apparently the daughter had broken up in April, and then shortly after that, this is what the father of the ex-girlfriend says. They had broken up back in April, and right afterwards someone had spray painted their garage. Jalen Vallejos, Jalen Vallejos, 20, is now facing a number of charges including aggravated stalking, criminal mischief, burglary, loitering, after being picked up by a deputy with the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. This is up in Florida. Vallejos allegedly said that he planned to walk to his ex's home that night, pick the lock on her back gate, watch her sleep, and then return to the car and get his backpack, according to the complaint. Vallejos allegedly said he planned to harm the father, but didn't know if he planned to harm his ex. The deputy said he then asked directly Vallejos if he planned to harm or kill his ex, at which point the young man allegedly told him, yeah, eventually. I want to circle back to something we talked about before. Remember the other man who's trying to break into that home and then the father ended up shooting him through the door?
Yeah.
And a lot of people said the father went too far.
No.
What he did was too crazy, and that, this man's obviously troubled.
Nah, he wasn't crazy. He was just right.
Why would you just shoot him? You don't know what he was going to do. And it's like,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. The innocent people of
this is why you can't afford to wait. You can't afford to see what the person's going to do when they walk through the door. This man had weapons he had hidden on him. What if he had a gun? Very easily possible. You wouldn't know. So you expect the father of the house, who's in his 60s and from that video, to wait to find out whether or not the guy has a weapon. No, I have a duty to protect my family, my kids. And with that in mind, I'm not going to wait to find out if we're on a level playing field. In fact, I hope you don't have a gun, but I'm not going to wait to find out. I'm going to shoot you before you even have a chance to confirm it, because my life's at risk and my kid's life. And I know this. I can live with this decision. What I can't live with is I waited and then the guy got the drop on me and then hurt my family. That I go into the afterlife thinking I fucking failed. So everyone at home who wants to question how people engage in self-defense when people are criminals infringing on their spaces, I'm sorry. I'm choosing my sisters, I'm choosing my daughters, and sometimes the men. I am.
God, you're good.
I will shoot you.
You won't.
I will shoot you.
You won't.
And then I'll consider administering first aid.
And don't administrate first aid. Fuck that. You're gonna wait for the ambulance.
Oh yeah, my stalker, kill him. He over there struggling to breathe. Well, I was struggling to have space from you, bitch. That's your problem.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna wait to see. Ooh, what unfolds? What unfolds is a big ass gun. Shit, click, and shot, and that's it. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, and I circle back to that video. Just think about what that young woman said right after her father shot. She blamed herself. No, You don't get to traumatize people, destroy their sense of safety, do all this stuff, and then expect sympathy or no, I don't care. And I'm so sick of people sitting over here defending criminals all the time. I'm so sick of it. And then when these criminals...
Yeah, defending criminals is just messed up, but the world is run by criminals, so...
inevitably mostly target women, right? And then put their lives at risk.
Speak on it.
Then you want to sit there and also have us be patient with them. Fuck that. Fuck that. The law does so little to defend us already. And then you also expect me to have compassion for my f***ing stalker or my crazy ex who I haven't spoken to in forever and who's coming to break down my door. Yeah? Are you going to also be involved when it's just another great story that you didn't even hear about because so many of them already happened and the news doesn't cover it? Are you going to be involved in my therapy or my sense of safety? Fuck you. Everybody who defends these people, fuck you. Because every time you don't hear about these stories and these men get through the door and they force themselves on people or maim them or kill them, because a lot of them do end like that.
Yep.
You know, a lot of these ladies who lose their life, it's from men who they dated. Okay? So, no. You don't deserve any sympathy. I'm glad you're in the afterlife because that means you don't get to take other people with you. Stay there.
I will shoot every goddamn time.
A couple things. I just want to say, I want to praise the deputy because he did get a confession, even though, you know, confessions are very dicey in many situations. I think in this situation, he saw that the suspect was willing to cooperate and basically got him to tell on himself. And the reason why I say that is, if you think about this situation, it's actually terrifying, not just because of what he was allegedly going to do, but if this man was even a slight bit more intelligent, that he could have easily gotten away with this. He could have just said, I was taking a walk. Because there's no restraining order out against him, he's allowed to go wherever he...
Yeah, that guy was pretty dumb. Getting caught like that.
pleases and not reveal any of his intentions or why he has any of these things, and the cops can't charge him with anything. It's not a crime to walk around with the ski mask. It's not a crime to walk around with these weapons. The only crime that was discovered was the one that they made him confess to, and he had the right to remain silent. He didn't invoke it, and thanks to that deputy's fast thinking, they were able to get all that information out of him. But what if they drove him to the precinct? He had time to calm himself down, think through it, make a call, whatever it could be. He may have never admitted to this stuff, and then this young woman who's unsuspecting may never have known that he was anywhere in the area. Now they could get a restraining order. He might be going to jail for some time for what he admitted to. So, you know, that's the terrifying thing about stalking, is that it's not a crime to be on the street. To prove that someone is stalking you is already difficult enough. The restraining order, even if it's violated, oftentimes doesn't result in great harm to the person who violates the restraining order. And when your life is in the balance and the person's only looking at maybe, you know, a couple months in jail at best, like, they're already unwell enough to stalk you and not move on with their life. Do you think they care? Like, look at this man. He's thinking about hurting the father and the daughter. So when you ask women, like, why would they choose the bear? They're talking about stuff like this.
Finally, somebody answers that man versus bear thing, like women are insane for choosing the bear. Jeez. People are so dumb.
She did good.
I try to understand where they're coming from. Especially through my transition, I think it's important for me to really connect with my sisters.
The transition is just putting a wig on, man. You're being very disrespectful.
You're saying that, but I also feel like I'm different when I try to understand what they're going through.
Okay, Shania Twain.
I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, and that process, I think, makes the violence and the things that they go through feel more real.
You try to put yourself in their shoes? You got a foot fetish now?
No, I still wear men's shoes, and it's very difficult to wear women's shoes.
I'm glad this officer did what he did.
I agree.
The way he did that.
I agree.
I shit on them, but when they do a good job, they do a good job. And that was a good job. You did good. You did what you had to do. And he was lying the
Good job, officer, even though you shouldn't be trusted.
whole way through. But at least what you got, imagine, this is what I feel like. I feel like he was lying the whole way through. He's not telling exactly that. But even with lying, and what he was saying was actually very freaking serious. So I can't even fathom what the hell he was really gonna do, or what he was really thinking about doing.
That's it for today's video. Let us know what's happening in the comments below.
For just $37, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about
Seeing this ad so many times, not interested. This video was way too good. Peace.